Welcome to our channel Easy English. Today we will start the remaining part of Iswaran the storyteller. Iswaran the storyteller. We have completed half portion of this story. Today we will start the remaining part. Come to this paragraph which starts with I was studying in the junior class at that time and was watching the whole drama from the rooftop. Come to the last line. At that moment, I moved forward and mustering all my force whacked its hard toenail on the quick. Whack means what? Strike forcefully its third toenail, nail at the tip of the toe, that is called toenail, on the quick. And the beast looked stunned for a moment, then it shivered from head to foot and collapsed. First the beast gets stunned and then it shivered from its head to the foot and at last it collapsed. Come to the next paragraph. At this point, Iswaran would leave the story unfinished and get up mumbling. He just mumbled and left his story unfinished. I will be back after lighting the gas and warming off the dinner. He would come back after lighting the gas and warming off the dinner. Mahendra, who had been listening with rapt attention, would be left hanging. Mahendra, who had been listening the story with his attention, he would be left hanging at that moment, as Iswaran, who has gone back to his kitchen for warming of the dinner. Next, when he returned, Iswaran would not pick up the thread of the story right away because he would forget the last thread of the story which he started. Mahendra would have to remind him that the conclusion was pending. Mahendra would have to remind Iswaran that the conclusion was pending and Iswaran had left the story unfinished. So he had to conclude the story. Well, a veterinary doctor was summoned to revive the animal. Which animal? The elephant. A veterinary doctor was summoned then to revive. Then Iswaran starts the story again and he tells that a veterinary doctor was summoned to revive the animal. Iswaran would shrug casually. Iswaran would shrug casually. Shrug means what? Shrug means to raise one's shoulder in order to express his indifference. Iswaran momentarily raise his shoulders and shows his indifference. Then he says 2 days later it was led away by its mahout to the jungle. 2 days later the elephant was led away by its mahout to the jungle. Well, how did you manage to do it, Iswaran? How did you bring down the beast? Who says this? Mahendra asked Iswaran how did he brought down the beast. It has something to do with a Japanese art. I think, sir, karate or jiu-jitsu it is called. It is called karate. It's a Japanese art and by this Japanese art he was able to bring down, he was able to lead the animal to the jungle, lead away the animal to the jungle. I had read about it somewhere. Read about what? Read about this Japanese art karate. It temporarily paralyzes the nervous system, you see. Not a day passed Not a day passed without Iswaran recounting some story packed with adventure, horror, and suspense. A day would have not passed in which day Iswaran had not recounted any story which is full of adventure, horror, and suspense, whether the story was credible or not. Whether it was credible or not, it doesn't matter. Mahendra enjoyed listening to the story because of the inimitable way in which it was told. Mahendra always enjoyed the story which Iswaran would tell him with his manner, with his inimitable way, and Iswaran seemed to more than make up for the absence of a TV in Mahendra's living quarters. There was no TV in Mahendra's quarters, and Iswaran would make up the absence of TV by telling the story, and especially the story which is packed with adventure, horror, and suspense. So it enjoyed Mahendra much. One morning when Mahendra was having breakfast, Iswaran asked, "Can I make something special?" Iswaran asked, "Can I make something special for dinner tonight, sir?" One morning when Mahendra was having breakfast, Iswaran asked, "Can I make something special for dinner tonight, sir? After all, today is an auspicious day. According to tradition, we prepare various delicacies to feed the spirits of our ancestors today. It was an auspicious day, and according to the tradition, it is our tradition that today we would prepare various delicacies, various delicious food to feed the spirits of our ancestors today." That night, Mahendra enjoyed the most delicious dinner and complimented Iswaran on his culinary skills. Complimented Iswaran with his skills of preparing food. He seemed very pleased, but unexpectedly launched into a most garish account involving the supernatural. All thing was very enjoyable, but one thing, there was a supernatural atmosphere, and a supernatural atmosphere was created by the work of Iswaran.